YouTube. What's going on? It's Preacher. Back again. So I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, by way of Montgomery, Alabama. I took a load from Florida up to Montgomery, Alabama. I had to do that because the place that I was at, they screwed the pooch. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. It's the first time I ever seen it that bad, but they screwed me up. So I had to take, I wouldn't say an emergency load, but I had to take another load, which took me in another direction, which was it took me to Alabama instead of going to North Carolina like I normally go. So that's how that worked. So I took a load from Florida to Montgomery, Alabama. Okay. And then from Montgomery, Alabama, I drove to Atlanta to pick this load up that takes me to North Carolina. And getting a load from North Carolina that's going to take me back down to Florida. So I had to, do some stuff, work it. And, as a business owner, I had to make a business decision. And it's hard because you are the company driver and you the business owner. So you won't have to know how to separate the two. Okay, the company driver don't never want to do certain stuff. Don't want to do it. Ain't finna do that. I ain't finna do that. But then the business owner tell you that, yes, you are finna do this and you have to do that. So, and a lot of people can't separate the two between the company driver aspect things of it and the business owner aspect of it. What happens is you've been a company driver for so long and you want to do your own thing because you don't want nobody telling you what to do, where to go, what time to run, all that particular stuff. So you go out and you get your own truck so you can do these particular things. And then when you get your own truck, you tell yourself, you're not going to do this, you're not going to do this, you ain't going to run like that, I'm not going to run overnight, I'm only going to run during the daytime, I'm not going to go over there, I'm not going to go to this state, I'm not going to run this much weight, I'm not going to do, you tell yourself all these things that what you're not going to do and what you're not going to do. Because as a company driver, you don't want to do that. Okay, that's not how you want to do. The difference is when you worked for a big company, you had to do what they tell you to do. You had to go where they want you to go. Whether you like it or not, you complained about it, but you had to do it. But now that you have your truck, you don't want to do that. Oh, no, I don't do this. I don't drive overnight. I don't do this. And then under the same breath says that, you can't find no loads paying nothing. Ain't no loads out there paying nothing. I can't find a good rate on a load. No, you can't find a good rate on the load, or you can't find no loads that fit your criteria. It's loads out there, but you can't find a load that fit your criteria. So there's a difference when people is saying there ain't no good paying loads out there. They can't find no loads. No, they can find loads. It's just not a load that they like to run in a particular area that they like to run. So when you're getting out here, I try to tell everybody, listen, man, you getting out here, all right, you have to keep an open mind. And then don't get out here if you don't want to work. Because as a business, everything is not a home run. When I was a chef, we had a slow season and we had a busy season. And no matter what season it was, ask the boss, ask the head chef with my name on the building, I always had to work hard and make those tough decisions. Always had to work hard to make those tough decisions. When it's slow, I still had to work 6 days a week, 12, 13, 14-hour days. When it was busy, I still was working 6 days a week, 12, 13, 14-hour days. Why? Because it was mine. I had to make it work. I had to make the numbers work even when it was slow. It's easy to make the numbers work when it's busy. Trust me, you can hide a lot of things when it's busy. Because when you have all that gross coming in, you can hide a lot. But what makes a good business owner or a manager is still being profitable and running good numbers when things are slow. That's the difference. When it's busy, everybody is a guru. Hey, I know how to book freight. I can do this. I can do this. I always get this. You always hear that on YouTube, right? I know how to book freight. Oh, $9 a mile load, $10 a mile load, $8 a mile load. Y'all see all that. And then as soon as it gets slow, it's these brokers. It's this. The brokers don't want to pay no money. It's just this. You start hearing everything, right? Truthfully, that's what y'all hear. The rates are bad out here. The rates are bad out here. No, the rates are getting back to normal out here. There's a difference between when you have inflated rates to where that the market is paying bukus of money. Okay, and then everybody getting out here because it's paying bukus of money. And you thinking it's going to stay like that forever. No, it's a market freight. That's what it is. It fluctuates. It goes up and it goes down. It has its good times and it has its bad times. There's a lot of freight out there, then there's some not freight out there. So that's how it was even when I was at a chef. I had a fish market. And we had 5 fish that we sold. And every week I had to go to the fish market, and I had different fish markets and purveyors that I contacted to get fish price. And it was the same thing. How much is going to be on grouper? And I used the black grouper. How much is going to be on the red snapper? How much for the rainbow trout? How much was going to be for the sea bass? How much was going to be for the swordfish? How much it was going to be for the salmon? How much it was going to be for the mahi-mahi? You know, and then I had to go to different people, brokers, to find out the best price for that. And then I lock in those particular prices for the week. And that's who I use. That's what, and sometimes, hey, I had to go, this particular person had these particular fish that was a better price, and these particular person had these particular fish that was at a better price. On our meat, we did, they negotiate with the head chef of the company. He negotiated the meat on the market price. And it's for like a different quarters and things like that he had to negotiate the different prices for all our meat and stuff. So when the market, it fluctuates, and that's one thing you gonna have to understand. But everybody be in agreement with some things. And when you see that everybody's talking about the same thing, that's when you should open your eyes so you can see and shut your mouth and listen and take it all in. Okay, because if everybody is telling you, hey, keep a low overhead, they doing that for a reason. If everybody telling you, get your credit straight, keep a low overhead. If everybody's saying the same thing, those are your most important nuggets that you can get when you're on YouTube, listen to different people. When you have everybody saying the same thing, to do this, keep a low overhead. Well, keep a low overhead. That's what you do. Because your rate per mile or operating cost that you have is a big thing. And then the other thing I hate, when people watch some of your video, don't watch all your video and ready to comment on something, and then they hear certain things and they hearing things, but they're not really paying attention to what you were saying. Like I had one guy that's saying, when I was talking about how it costs me to run my truck $1.44. That's to pay all my bills. That's to put money in my savings account. That's to put money in my maintenance account. That's for me to pay my business bills and my personal bills. I cannot go under $1.44. He took it as if I was saying that I run rate for $1.44. I never ran rate for $1.44. Never. Never rate. But I'm just saying you have to know your rate per mile. That's it. You have to know your rate per mile. That's how much it costs me to run my truck. And it fluctuates with the cost of fuel. No, I know that. But that don't mean that I run rate for $1.44. I never ran nothing for $1.44. Never. Ever. Y'all done saw my numbers and everything like that. I never ran rate for stuff like that. But that's besides the point. What I'm saying is when you hearing these people on YouTube, take a listen and really hear what they're trying to say and see that if you can apply that to what you are trying to do. Okay, you just can't jump out here just because you didn't learn how to drive a truck and you pick up BOLs and you can back into the dark. Okay, you can train a monkey to do that. As you're seeing, they getting all these other trucks to do that. There ain't nothing. But running your business, that's something else. Okay, that take time. That's not something you're gonna learn overnight on how to do all this particular stuff and how you're gonna negotiate, because you can't do that. For instance, let me give one little quick story, and then I'll be out. Right? Okay, so I bid it on a load. It's 73 miles. Now, I was taking that load for $525 to go 73 miles, right? But what happens is you got these other truckers that will come and get that same load for $340. I'm like, what? What is wrong with them? Or they go up to like $420 and get the load for $420. Then the broker called me and be like, well, hey man, well I got this other guy that wants this that said that they'll do it for $420. You want to go down to $420? I said, no, I give it to him. Give it to him. I can care less that it's 700 miles or 70 miles. Okay, the miles really don't matter. The profit after the miles, after everything is said and done, that is what matters. And why would you take a load that goes 73 miles that you only going to make $340 out of, even $420 out of? I'm not looking at the rate per mile off of that. I'm trying to get the money for my time now, okay? Because the rate per mile is nothing. It could be at $5 a mile, $10 a mile. How much money am I going to make for my time off that load? That's what I'm trying to do at that particular point in time, right? And then not everybody want to get up at that time of morning, because you got to get up 1 o'clock in the morning and deliver that load at 4 o'clock in the morning. And every time they always say, well, I got this here trucker that want to do it for this rate. And I'm like, well, give it to him. And then the next week they call me, and then they'll book the load and send me the rate card for what I want to get paid for it. Why? Probably because the people that showed up late. Everybody can't do that, you know. But you want to take it for a cheap rate, or then they take it for a cheap rate, and then they'll cancel. Oh, last week that's what happened. Last week Friday they had canceled the load, and then they contacted me, and I was in the bed at this particular point in time, and I'm like, nah, that's all right. I'm in the bed. I done took my bath. I done ate. I'm in my bed, man. I'm spending time with my wife and daughter. That's okay. Then they was willing to give me $650 for it. I'm like, no, that's okay, man. Like I said, I'm in the bed now. I'm this, because these people, they'll take these loads, be it real low, or say that they'll do it real low, and the broker be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna put more money in my pocket. Yeah, but you get what you pay for too. All right, don't call me after the fact, because I'm already doing something. And these are loads that I just pad myself with on the weekend, because I make my money Monday through Friday. So then what happens is Friday nights or Saturdays or Sundays, I pad my money for the week with loads. And that's how I do with those. For instance, this Friday, I deliver at 2 o'clock my load coming back from North Carolina. Okay, I deliver at 2 o'clock. Then after I deliver at 2 o'clock, I pick a load up at 12 o'clock in the morning. And then I take that load 130 miles away, and I deliver that load at 4:30 in the morning at that time. And that load is paying me $530 to go 130 miles. That's what I do. So now I'm trying to decide myself, do I want to be done for that day on Saturday, because I got time, or do I want to go back and get me another load for the same thing? How I want to do that. So most likely, I'm probably just going to go ahead and go home at that time. And then I'm going to wait in the morning and run another load like that. And I'm going to pick up a load at like 12:30. And then I deliver that load at 5:30. And then after I deliver that load, I go to pick up my other load. And that's a straight through. And then I deliver that load. And then I'm done by 2:30 that day. And between both of those loads, I done made $1,400 on Sunday. And then I'm done. I can do it like that. So it's different ways that I pad myself on how I do these loads. Sometimes I double them up to get the most money, sometimes not. It all depends on how much money I made throughout the course of the week. It all depends on that. So, when you're getting out inside this business, yes, listen to what people are saying. Gather different ideas and things like this. But you can't do it how they do it. You're going to have to find a way that works for you. Because what one person, way that it works for one person, it may not work for you the same way. Okay? Because y'all ain't going to have the same truck. It's not going to be spec'd out the same. They work ethics. It's not going to be your work ethics. All right. I'll talk to y'all later.